Hi David, I'm Dr. Plum. I appreciate you coming to the office today. We're just going to kind of go over our report of findings. And this is for you to go home and you can take it and kind of explain it to your family so that they can kind of understand what's going on. So first, you came in complaining of low back pain. And I'm seeing here that we have a history of a football career. Why don't you tell me a little bit about football?
I played football starting in high school. Played 4 years in high school and 4 years in college. And since then I have been playing in, I guess, full contact flag football leagues. And I do that. I practice twice a week and I play once a week. Oh wow, so pretty rough on the body here. And as well as, I'm seeing that you do Olympic weightlifting as well? I do. I'm also a CrossFit athlete, and I do deadlifts, power cleans, snatches, things of that nature. Oh wow. And that seems to be kind of something that has led you into your injury? Is that? I'd say so. I guess, I try to practice in good form, and, there are times where maybe I go a little bit too far, and my form suffers a bit. Right. And, can kind of relate to that. I like to work out and everything like that, and form is definitely really important. We only get one spine, so we kind of got to take care of it. But as I look further into our physical exam that we did, I'm really glad to see that we're not having any neurological symptoms, such like radiating pain or numbness down your legs, because that would be something that's pretty concerning. But I'm really glad that it hasn't gone to that, and you're still not experiencing anything like that, correct? Right. Good. Well, I'm noticing too that you're having trouble touching your toes, as well as we did a range of motion exam on you, and you're lacking 30 degrees of extension, which is pretty drastic. We have this thing called subluxation. I don't know if you're familiar with that term, but we have a brain and we have our spinal cord that comes down, and we have spinal nerves that come off that, and that innervates cells, tissues, skin, muscle, everything in our body. And it's the only organ that's fully encased in bone. And if a bone shifts out of place, it can cause pressure on those nerves that are coming out through the holes in the vertebrae and the bone. And it's kind of like a hose. So if I was washing my car, and I'm going around the car, and the hose gets caught on a tire and it pinches it, right? The water's probably not going to flow as fast as it could, right? So I'm not going to be able to get as much water and get as clean as I would like to. It's kind of like your body. Your nerve's not able to get to that area as best as it should, so that area is not functioning at 100%. And so that's what my concern is what's going on with your back. As well as, the nerve roots that are coming right out there is my main concern, because we're seeing a lot of muscle spasm on both sides of your back, but one more than the other, and it might deal with some compensation and changing of your muscle tone due to your injury, or it's something that you might have been dealing with a long time. I mean, you have played sports all your life, and you've been very, very active, so this is something that could progressively have gotten worse, and then that one day just something triggered it that caused that injury. That sounds pretty similar to what happened. I feel like I've been feeling weak intermittently over time, and then just that one day doing deadlifts, I felt like something happened in there, and I haven't been right ever since. Did it feel weird just even doing it before, even as you were doing the action? Did it feel weird to you, or? Yeah, it felt wrong. It felt wrong, and then shortly after that, I was in a lot of pain. Yeah, it's amazing how much form influences the way your body responds to your exercise. It's really, really important. And not only that, doing such aggressive lifting and being such an aggressive athlete and on those types of sports is your spine's, it's what holds everything together. It's what's able to allow you to function. And your x-rays are showing that. I'm seeing some degeneration and joint breakdown in your spine. We're only in phase 1 here, as you can see in the pictures. There's phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Now,
Degeneration is something that you can stop, and if you catch it early enough, you can reverse it. You might be able to reverse it, but if it gets any further, there's a chance that we won't be able to reverse it. And if you don't get care, you are going to see it get to phase 2 and phase 3. And I'm not going to let that happen to you. And we're really good at what we do in our office, and that we're gonna stop degeneration of your spine, and we're going to get you back to feeling a lot better. And this is something you can take home, like I said, to a family member, and kind of explain to them what we kind of do in our office, and what we can offer you. And due to the degeneration that is occurring, I want you to start coming. You're going to be coming 3 days a week for 6 months. This is something you're interested in, and we'll kind of go over that further on with our financial doctor that's going to come in and talk to you. So just right now, I'll just give you this, and you can take this home with you. And if you have any questions, feel free to call or anything like that, or if your fiance or wife or anybody has any questions, they can call as well. Okay?
That's perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
All right. At this point, we'll be transitioning from Alana Reisinger, the doctor, to David Velez, the doctor, and Kyle MacPherson, the patient. Kyle, it's very nice having you here today, and
excited to be here.
yeah. So you just got what we call the report of findings. We're so excited to have you. We just want to talk about some of the office procedures that we have here. Something that we like to go ahead and talk about at the beginning, so that we can have an understanding, when you're in the office, what to expect, things like that. Our hours of operation are Monday through Friday from 10 to 1. Then we close the office from 1 to 3. And from on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we're open from 3 to 7. Fridays, we're off playing golf.
Sounds fun.
Right. We have some... I understand that you have 6 kids at home.
Yes.
And we just want to let you know that kids are more than welcome in the office. We have a little playroom for them in the corner, as you can see. Generally, kids are great and well behaved. We just would like to ask you and leave it up to you that if you do have, a kid that's having a bad day, or if one is more prone to breaking things and making trouble, maybe it would be best to have them in the office that day, while you're in getting checked. We just like to leave that to your discretion, but understand that it's something that we expect the kids to be well behaved and well taken care of when they're here. Another thing I'd like to talk about, I don't think it'll be an issue in your case, but it never really is for canceled and missed appointments. We've set up your care in a specific way to optimize your health. So missing or canceling any appointments really should be avoided, because that's something that, coming into this relationship, you're really giving us a vow that it's something that you want to do. You want to go ahead and get healthy. Missing those appointments really wouldn't be to your benefit. But what we ask is for a 24-hour notice. You can go ahead and reschedule. And because it's uncommon for people to miss appointments, there will be no charge, but we will, for that first time, we will call you back and be concerned about your well-being, and hopefully make sure that everything's okay. For the second missed appointment, we will charge for a normal office visit, and at that point, that'd be something that we'd call again to make sure. And if for some unforeseen reason it happened a third time, we would likely call you in to the office and really go over our relationship a little bit further, and potentially find another doctor to give you care. But
this won't be an issue.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. It's just something that we have to say beforehand. And the last thing is my favorite, and I can tell that it's going to be yours as well. We, on your way out, one of the visits that our front desk is going to be setting you up with is for our healthcare class. It's an extended visit, and what we do at that visit is we talk about all of the important, pertinent health care information about things that we do here in this office, what kind of health care we give. We try to empower you as a patient to come away with some of the tenets that we believe in chiropractic that lead to optimum health and wellness. One of those really being about how the key to health is function. And it's just really a topic that we love here. It's burning inside all of us in here in this office, and soon enough we know that it will be inside you as well. And at that visit, because we find it so important, we ask that, or we allow for you to bring 2 people, family or friends. We limit it to 2 because the space is limited. But on your way out, when you talk to Jane at the front desk, you can go ahead and give her 2 names of people that you've been bringing along with you. And that's something that we really look forward to, meeting your friends and family. How does that all sound to you?
Sounds great, Doctor. Thank you.
Okay, well, at that point, we'll transition from me being the doctor, David Velez, to Kyle MacPherson being the doctor.
Okay, Dave. Nice to meet you today. Now that we've discussed our office policies and our report of findings, we will be talking about our financial policies, okay? Just want you to know that I have talked to Blue Cross Blue Shield, and we have been approved for them to cover your first 50 visits. Keep in mind, though, that you will be required to pay your normal copay each visit, which is higher than our cost per visit. So I would suggest that you may want to pay for your care out of pocket and see if there's a form of reimbursement that your insurance could work out for you in a way, okay? Is this making sense for you? Mm-hmm. Okay. Know that when you do pay, we take cash as well as all major credit cards and or personal or business checks. So your options are out there any way that makes the most sense for you. The specific care plan that we have worked out is made out specifically for you and your needs. And we would need to see you 3 days a week for the next 6 months, with each visit coming out to $45. This comes out to be $3,240 for the first 6 months. And this may seem high at first glance, but know that if you don't pay for your health now, could be looking at paying for it later. And if you look at other options such as surgery or drugs or anything in a medical standpoint, you're likely looking at an exponentially higher fee for a form of healthcare that you may not be looking for and may not work for you. So think about this amount of money and know that there are lots of options for you to go about paying us. This money also includes healthcare classes as well as your treatment and a prescribed home care treatment that you'll be able to do when you're not seeing us 3 days a week. So the other 4 days, we will have it all written up for what you should do. Now, as far as how you can pay us, if you would like to pay up front, you would save 10%. And don't look at this as a discounted healthcare sort of way. You're saving us time and money in processing and paperwork. And by doing that, we're passing our savings on to you. So if you would like to pay up front, 10% off, no questions asked. Or you could split this into a 6-month thing. You could pay either on the 1st or the 15th of the month, whatever makes the most sense with your payment plan. It would come out to $540 a month for 6 months. Or you could pay what you're comfortable with now, and this would reduce what you would have to pay each month in the future. So now that we've discussed all these options, have any of them made most sense to you?
Well, I'm very excited to come into the office, and I think I can go ahead and write a check today for the entire amount. We can go from there.
That's great, Dave. I'm glad you're excited because we're excited for you.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
All right.
And if on the way out you would talk to our front desk, they will work out all the options for you, and we will take care of you.
Perfect.
Nice to meet you, Dave.
All right.
All right, this concludes the business project for Alana Reisinger, David Velez, and Kyle MacPherson.